Hey folks, this is the Frater versus Retro show, and little intro before we get started here. We've been doing the E3 coverage, and that's been something different and new, and uh, I just haven't had a chance to really do an intro lately. It's the same thing. It's Action 52, and then it's Gregory Peck coming and running, and I'll let you know that's our next show. Going to start a new experiment to really find out what's going on with this dimension. Been kind of like I got a little bit of a computer going on in the background. I'm working on, having some knowledge of the future and stuff like that. Um, of course, the big question is you all have is what is the state of Peter Graves? I mean, Peter Graves, what had happened was his Gregory Peck had powerbombed him on a moped, and he has never been quite right ever since then. That was a long time ago. That was like, oh, how long ago was that? That was probably the beginning of the year sometime. So basically, to sum it up for you, um, sum it up for you. Oh, sorry, folks. There, got distracted a bit. What is going on is though. What I'm worried about is like generally when most people get put on a medication by their doctor, sometimes they just forget to take it one day. And in the case of Peter Graves, does that have any kind of effect on his multiple personalities and all that? We don't really know, and we're gonna find out. But first, I gotta do the Action 52 thing. I hate those games; they're so bad. Okay, we are playing Action 52, and the game is Spread Fire. Spread Fire. Spread Fire. And you're being a lobster versus sunglasses. Yep. Yep. And guess what? It's a shooter. I'm gonna let you know if you guys plan to do a review for yourself of Action 52. I'm gonna let you know that that's kind of the way it is. After a certain time, it's just shooter after shooter after shooter. It's because the college kids that were paid to make this in like 2 months, um, really, really honestly, they didn't know how to make anything other than this. If you think about it, let's look at the simplicity of this. You got an object moving back and forth from left to right. You don't have to worry about having to program it go moving up. It just shoots little projectiles, and then you have things moving downwards towards the screen. And usually you're supposed to have some kind of rubber band effect to create some challenge to it, but a lot of times, most of the time, they don't have anything like that. They don't really know how to do that well, so it's really pretty boring. And that's why we call that in our business a scam. A scam is when someone just they'll promise something amazing, and all of this is just garbage. And I think I played this for a little too long. I don't know what my objectives were. I mean, you shoot the sunglasses, they die, they explode. A new set of sunglasses appears on the screen, and then maybe you go to the next level, and then you can like brag to your friends that you did well at spread fire, spread fire. I don't really remember what the rest of that song was. Like crossfire, crossfire. Crossfire. I don't remember. I don't know what this little thing here. What I'm supposed to do, if I'm supposed to actually grab that or well, like what does it freaking matter? You know what? It's like the game gives you the incentive of actually dying, because like then you don't have to play the game anymore. If you the more you just keep going like this just doesn't end, man. This is like level 4, level 6. Level 6. Level 6. What was I thinking? Like I was like, I could do it, I could do it, I could do it. I'm gonna do a let's play. It's a let's play of Spread Fire. Like, oh my god. Oh, thank God the game's over. Oh. And we're walking to the studio. We're going to be doing our E3 wrap up of day 3. We're going to have a good time. I just got done with Action 52, and I'm sure Peter Graves didn't forget to take his medication from Dr. Quimby, Medicine Woman. The doctor is a man, and that's just his surname, Medicine Woman. Dr. Quimby, Medicine Woman. Uh, okay, so why is Gregory Peck running this way? It's got to be something else. It's probably Pooguppy Adams. It's got to be Frater, Frater. Did he forget to take his medication? Frater, I try to get on him all day. Like Graves, we got to show you've been taking that medicine that Dr. Quimby, Medicine Woman, he's been giving you, and he's like, boy, that's quite an impression. That's accurate. That's accurate. Okay, but we got problems. We got big problems. Okay, let's go to the studio. Okay, so he's turned the studio into a giant barbecue restaurant. I mean, well, he was a bar. I mean, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch of the imagination to turn into a barbecue because it's summer, guys. It's summer. We're right here in the middle of June. You weren't checking the date. Like filming this for later or something. Okay, so okay, no, well, okay, the door has been replaced, and now there's just sort of like a stand area, where you can take your order. And well, hello there, Frater, and hello, Gregory Beck. What do you need today? Well, we got to do the E3 presentation and the Power Glove Congress, and we actually haven't done a Power Glove Congress in weeks since Peter Graves' illness. And well, actually, we're a barbecue place now. Oh no! No, we're a barbecue place. Welcome to Porky's Barbecue Sauce, managed by Peter Graves. Oh, oh no, Frater. Oh no, Pooh, did he forget? He didn't take his medication. What medication? Oh no, he didn't. Oh, Frater, I was afraid of this. Frater, we got a long time to go on the E3 thing. It's our last day of that. This is ruining everything. Okay, Gregory Peck, you do have the backup shot. I got the backup shot that Dr. Quimby, Medicine Woman, gave me. No, that's his surname. He's a man. He's not a woman. It's just a surname. It's Dr. Quimby, Medicine Woman. Okay, so okay, Pooguppy Adams. Can we have the pulled pork sandwich with the Jack Daniel sauce? Oh, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, folks, we're going inside. Yeah, he's barbecuing inside the studio. That's about a fire hazard. Welcome to Porky's Barbecue Sauce and Barbecue people with me, Peter Graves, and Wilbur, who's our dishwasher. Wilbur is the dishwasher. Yeah, of course. Can't you see Wilbur here? I like how he just goes. That's it. It's because it would be too. It's funnier. It's funnier when you just go. Like that. If he did it for a prolonged time, because Pooguppy Adams always, oh yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we got a barbecue place, and Half the kitchen's on fire now. This has been planned. This is very planned. Oh no! Oh no! I'll grab the fire. Well, there's a problem. We kind of don't got one. Oh, well, it's a good thing we're a construction company, though. Oh yes, that's right. Oh no! Okay, everyone out. Everyone out. The studio is going down. Oh God. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, Frater. I've called the Dr. Quimby. He said you're kidding, he told me. He said he's not taking the medicine. I told him he forgot and I just okay, so Quimby just said go ahead and cuz we need graves for the E3 thing. So I tell you what, I'll get the shot in him now he's out here. Okay, boink, there, I got him. He didn't even feel it. He just sort of went, oh, that's it. Yeah, okay, we're gonna need a break here for a bit, and we're gonna have the fire department to clear out the studio before we get started with our E3 coverage here, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, we're doing the E3 presentation for day 3, and well, okay, I think Graves is settled in now. Well, I feel much better now. I feel that medicine made me feel so much better, Frater. I don't know what happened. Well, it's called forgetting to take your medicine. Uh, okay, Puguppy, you okay and ready? Oh, I'm okay, ready to go. Oh, yeah, he's ready. Oh, he's ready, all right. Okay, all right. Let's see. Hardware announcements for Nintendo Wii. Let's see. Plan for Xbox 360. World of Warcraft Burning Crusade info. That's a very grindy thing if you're into that. Now let's see here. Now understand I'm getting my info basically from like just a podcast. So like what I usually do is put it on closed captions and then like I can like grab the buzzwords as we talk because Gregory Peck, it's just we really aren't going to be able to pull this off well if we just have like pictures and it's like I can go okay, well that looks like Frater. Some of this stuff is like just a slideshow, like an MTV music video. Like you would be like Skyrim, 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 Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Yeah, it's very ADHD and basically you can't remember what they were just showing you. You're like, oh, I saw Skyrim. I saw Call of Duty. It looked like, but I can't tell because there's all kinds of Call of Duty clones and uh, what's my name? I can't remember my name. Yeah, that's right. You forget your name, because he didn't take your medication. And Peter Graves would know. Okay, let's continue on here. Let's see. Like I said, I'm just sort of grabbing onto any info that comes on the way. Usually by day 3, you figure out what everyone's doing. What Microsoft and Sony and Skyrim is pretty much the one we want, and that's the everything else is kind of like, kind of just bonus points, really, Well, we're still a gaming show, Frater. We still gotta do the thing, And, yeah. Yeah, well, hold on a second here. Okay, we just had a difficulty, some technical issues there. Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, guys. We can't really talk about it. Yeah. Okay, so what we're in fact doing is we're, like I said, what we're going to watch the Sony press conference. So I'm trying to keep up with what's going on all together. So if something seems out of sync, I apologize. But Frater, we sometimes struggle to get maybe like 5 viewers. Yeah, we're kind of a 5 viewer Andy. What's a 5 viewer Andy? Um, uh, Frater, we're from the future. He doesn't really understand the whole Andy thing. Why? It's time travel. You're too obsessed. And now we got a collage of different stuff. It's a collage, and it's like, remember we talked about this, how we were like, oh, you gotta go, we got Green Lantern, you flying across the screen, and you got and it's like a PlayStation view. Like, folks, I'm not gonna describe that, okay? Like, and I got closed captions on, so I can grab any info and tell it to you guys here on our show. Well, there's an emphasis on PlayStation Move and an emphasis on uh, the PlayStation Vita. You know, motion controls. Like, I pretty much try to keep telling you guys is see, what it is they saw what happened with Nintendo. They made so much money. They're like, we have got to do this now. And yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it. The normal gamer just wants a box and a controller and nice graphics. They don't really need this garbage. They don't need to just be flailing their arms around. Like, Grandpa might think that's kind of neat, but you know what? Does that mean he plays that every day though? Well, he probably doesn't. It's just sort of like, hey, that's really neat, and then a couple months later, it's like, well, I'm done with that toy, and that's it. Everyone sees the Nintendo Wii as a toy, and this collage just keeps going on and on. Like, I it's pretty much a music video. Frater, was everyone wearing sunglasses in the audience? That's retarded, Frater. It's in a dark room. Well, let's see. I saw a wrestling game on PlayStation Vita, probably like one of those like Legends of WrestleMania thing, and oh, that's right. They're doing some kind of 3D glasses or something. I can't remember that. Why? This is all new, Frater. I mean, this is all new. What do you mean? Oh, okay, yeah. You got that future tense thing going on. I don't know. Maybe it's the asthma medication or something you take. Or this asthma medication makes you think you're from the future. It's actually really good stuff, but it makes you think you're from the future. Yeah. Frater, can you just, like, I don't know, just fast forward? Because I don't want to be sitting here like commentating on something that's like moving at a million pictures a minute. And okay, hey, the Sony press conference is beginning. Oh, the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. Here we have Jack Briscoe. He will take on the Giant Boba. And Peter Graves, calm down. It's not. It's not Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena of 1974 or something like that. Wait, it's not 1974? Oh boy, the medication. I know. I gave him another dose. There is some side effects to to talk about the PlayStation Network outage. First, address every discuss it a little bit. So my friends and who are reporters tell me there's absolutely nothing in the world that makes their editor's day, like controversy. Okay. Uh, it's been really affecting me, Frater. I haven't been able to play Mortal Kombat online, and I haven't been able to do much. And Frater, I don't know what to do with myself. they're only sending me scripts to like Z movies, really bad Z movies with Andy Dick. Or Andy Dick, I don't know what to do with myself, Frater. Well, it's because you're not really the real Gregory Peck. You just kind of look like him. And then, just stop saying I'm a fake. I don't know. See, Frater, it's because uh, he's on medication and he doesn't fake. I'm the real McCoy. I'm the real McCoy, Gregory Peck. Okay, so they're just doing some intro. It says alone. The PlayStation 3 is 27% up the prior year. Addressing the consumers, the lifeblood of the company without you. Well, a lot of times with these companies, you're the lifeblood of the company when they want to acknowledge that. A lot of times, usually when the council's doing really well, sales wise, you're strapped in and you don't you the seatbelt can't be taken off. you're you're just you're in it for the duration. Yeah, you're in for the duration, man. Network activity is 90% original levels before the network outage. We do take lightly and command more than ever to make sure that the PlayStation Network experience is both entertaining and secure for everybody, and for those of who left the PlayStation brand or have never been part of the PlayStation family. We hope the next 90 minutes will go a long way in convincing UI PlayStation is user interface PlayStation is stronger than ever, and not about us. Telling you is that as you are experiencing for yourself virtually everything we to show you or talk about today on the stage will be playable across 120 different gaming stations directly after the press conference in an arcade right here on the floor. It is these connected devices, thank you, it is these connected devices that define our heritage and continue to be the key to our future. PlayStation 3 is the most connected digital device available today. It is powered by the PlayStation Network. And they're just basically showing about the integrity. But of course, when it got hacked, that was a very humiliating thing, and that sort of brought them to their knees. And services like Hulu and all that. And Frater, Frater, I must ask a question of you. Yeah, go ahead. How many times has Hulu suspended your account? Hulu has suspended my account maybe 20 times. And you would ask, what did you do? If you don't, like, you need to understand, I have like a phone package deal where I get Hulu. And it's just, sometimes I either watch it and I don't know. I like. There's nothing really on it that interests me. I mean, yeah, I remember once at work I watched Married with Children and Frater, and yeah, and but when you don't watch it a while, they just freeze your account and they say, well, we're freezing your account because you're not using it. Like. I know someone could say, but aren't you paying for it? And it's like, well, if it's part of like a phone deal or something, no. Well, yeah, because you're paying for the phone deal, but that's not, I don't really need Hulu. Well, for Netflix is the good stuff. Yeah, it is the good stuff. For those listening at home, in the future, Netflix is going to be horrible. In the future, in the future, they can't hear me. In the future, Netflix is gonna suck. Social justice warriors are gonna just destroy it. They're gonna show like stuff I can't say on YouTube. They're gonna show bad stuff. They're gonna show bad. Oh no, they're coming. They're coming. What are you talking about? You got your mouth covered to the mic, and you're not. Where are you hiding? Okay, let's get back to the E3 component. Okay, Mr. Graves. Hey, it's Mr. Peck. It's Mr. Peck. Oh, you're killing me. Yeah, well, you call me Mr. Graves. It does things to my brain. Oh, I'm gonna have to call him Okay, they got a thing for Uncharted 3. Okay. Well, there we go, Frater. See, that's all you have to do is just pay attention to the screen. Okay, so it's Uncharted 3. And usually these games are way too linear for my taste. I tried one once just to experiment, and it's just too linear. Like and at first, of course, you kind of think it's kind of like a Tomb Raider kind of deal, and no, it's duck and cover, shoot, 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 duck and cover, shoot, shoot, shoot. Maybe you get like a very basic puzzle here and there to do like the archaeology thing. You jump and climb on stuff, and it's I don't know, like it's just not really my thing. See, that's kind of what you do. You do stuff like that, and very linear. Basically, it's an interactive movie. And don't get me wrong, this is very popular. Though it's very, very, very popular. Okay, you just kind of tore apart a major franchise. I don't know if that's a good thing for our brand or. Well, at least it's honesty. Yeah, that's true. You see a man walking on a boat. He's walking on a boat. I'm on a freaking boat. I'm on a freaking boat. Wow, he's self-censoring himself just in case we don't know what this YouTube algorithm is going to do next, Frater. For what I'm going to tell you, yeah, that would be best. You kind of self-censor yourself best you can. There might have been some older shows I did that might get us in trouble, but I don't really care. Since this is, this channel isn't even monetized, I don't even really care. I have other things, that I make money from. I don't care. I know our Shattered Garage thing is kind of a joke to you. It is. Oh, come on, Frater. No, it is a joke. I mean, I grew up with all these TV shows, and it's like gives me a chance to actually do that. So now he's walking through this, the boat, it's all got the cool lighting and stuff, and your objective is to take down the bad guys and get the good stuff. Gotta get the good stuff. And, you're doing the climby type stuff, and Frater, maybe you should leave the room because you're just bashing the hell out of this. Well, I don't. That's the problem. Like, at least, maybe I could just pretend to be excited. Like, oh, it's Uncharted 3, it's Uncharted 3. And it's like, it's just linear video game movie. I shoot, shoot, shoot. That's not my thing. I like games where, like, it says, hey, we got this main quest thing here. The first objective in this is you got to go like over there, and then all of a sudden, like I go, well, how about I'm gonna go over here for a while, and then all of a sudden there's like a million things over there. That's basically like Oblivion and Morrowind, like where I can just in like New Vegas and Fallout 3, where I can just like. And speaking of, we're gonna play Fallout 3 next. Well, not on this show, but on the next show. Well, that's good, Frater, because we've been not really playing anything. We were just commenting on other footage, and it's like, Frater, we can't really freaking do that. Yeah, it gets boring, and it's not really fair, but. So you guy playing Uncharted 3. He just escaped from a boat sinking. There's like water everywhere, and he's jumped over a fence area. It's like, whoa, and then he just got a big thing fall on top of him. And that's actually kind of throwback to one of the John Romano, no, Steve Ditko Spider-Mans, where Spider-Man has got this huge weight on him, and he's possibly drowning, and and he's Aunt May needs him, so he's like doesn't know if he can do it, and then all of a sudden he just gets super pissed, and he just freaking he breaks out, and it's like classic Stan Lee Ditko Spider-Man. Maybe we should be commenting on that. I mean, commenting about comic books and stuff. Because some of these games you're just not interested in. Oh, I'm not. And did you just notice all that water splashed him, and then and he's like still the same. He didn't look wet or anything. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Let's see. The single player, and then of course they got a multiplayer. Of course, they get everything in these multiplayer. Multiplayer beta begins June 28th. And I guess apparently the Subway restaurant is going to be in it, and then you can go buy Subway in the game. Frater, I don't think that's what it said. No, you could buy Subway in the game. You could buy Subway. I want a meatball sub. He wants a meatball sub. Gregory Peck, yeah. Well, I'm confused. $5 foot long. $5 foot long. $5 foot long. The Subway Restaurant Incorporated is no Graves, no Wikipedia. It's Martha Stewart. It's Martha Stewart, man. Oh my God. Martha Stewart is the villain in this game. Whoa. She went to prison, for a short time for like money issues. No, it was like perjury, I think. I think I remember that. She's really an evil woman, Frater. Yeah, she said that she would sell out her own mother for her fame and fortune. Yeah, she was very proud of that. It's like, ugh. And they're still showing more of Unfortunate 3. Unfortunate 3! Unfortunate 3. Drake's Fortune 3. Unfortunate 3. And he's running. It's running. Oh, run away, run away. And it's all like in Saudi Arabia or something like that. And running from a burning building. Got kicked in the head. I should people with guns shooting, and he's jumped on a plane, and now he's like shooting bugs, and oh no, Frater, it's a collage eclipse. Yeah, your brain usually doesn't remember Martha Stewart just set fire to everything, and he's just got kicked from a plane. He's horseback, and I can't keep up, Frater. Okay, so Unfortunate 3 is coming out soon here. I think it is see, I got him doing it too. It is coming out 11/1/11. 11/1/11. Wait, why? Oh boy. Apparently, he says that Unfortunate 3 is one of his favorite games. It hasn't even come out yet. Hey, that's funny. It's like, how do you know it's that good? It's like, okay, just having the guy from Insomniac Games demonstrate their, well, Resistance 3. That's a franchise that didn't ever really take off. Like I think maybe it got a little bit of a boost when the PlayStation 3 first came out, but the thing it didn't help it was the PS3 was, well, it had a lot of hype in the beginning. It didn't really sell well compared to the PS2. And so as a result, anything that came out at launch usually suffered. So like Resistance is a good example of that. Yeah, well, I mean, but Frater, it's an FPS. You just shoot aliens, and it's cool. Yeah, but that's the problem. When you have like too many of that, people get burned out, and they just play the franchises. You know how many of these games come on PC all the time? Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. For the graphics look good for the PS3. Although, in actual honesty though, and I hate to be mean, but most of the games when you see them at E3 and stuff, they're usually run on a PC. So then that way they look a lot more sharper. I'm gonna warn you that that's a thing they do. Or do you have inside information? Yep. Oh wow. You heard it here first, folks. So yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it creates an illusion of just these products are freaking awesome and you should buy them all. But if you use E3 as your guide on that, then you're in trouble. Shooting, blowing aliens up. Resistance isn't. I don't think it's on PC. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think so. Okay, folks, just was checking something. But well, there you fight a big bug. You fight a big bug, guys. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. I mean, anything that lets you fight like giant monsters in an FPS is always a good thing. It's always welcome. That looks cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks good. I mean, you're ducking and covering, hiding in a destroyed building from the giant bug. Obviously, probably some of that is a lot of that is scripted, meaning like it's not like like radiant, meaning like so okay. We're going continue further here. Yeah. And like probably at some point, that there's a point where you can battle the giant bug on some kind of method or way, but there's like a scripted, part of that scripted, meaning you have to first kind of follow it, and then there's an area that allows you to kind of combat it in some way. Now, a lot of themes of the games you're seeing right now is that they have like the PlayStation Move, some kind of PlayStation Move compatibility because they have had that kind of pushed on them. As they're really pushing that. Frater, are you getting into that PlayStation Move? Yeah. I mean, I won't be like streaming it or anything because let's see, Resistance 3 should include Resistance. Let's just let's talk about some limited edition. Yep, sharpshooter, PlayStation Move controller, navigational controller, PlayStation Eye camera for all $150 for a set of that in this game, and yeah, they're pushing that. They're really pushing that hard on their first party games, and like I said, I don't have any means to create footage of PlayStation 3 games. I don't have any. I just don't really have anything like that. But let me check something again. Okay. So yeah, the PlayStation Move is being kind of tied to all the first party stuff. And they're just promoting a special version of Eco and Shadow Colossus together, and it's funny. The captions misspelled and called Eco with an E, like Eco the dolphin. Oh how that's a game you don't like, Frater. I know. I never liked Eco the dolphin. I think that's the problem. I was sort of like, oh, I remember renting it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna probably like this because I don't want to be a dolphin. Like I was just kind of like, what? Like, I mean, I guess it was kind of a cool game. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that about it. It was probably really a cool game, but I just didn't care because I was kind of like, well, what? I just wasn't very motivated. I sort of rented it for a brief moment and just said, the heck with it. And of course, see, they're really pushing right now. They're pushing the 3D TVs, and folks kind of ignore this kind of stuff because this is a fad. These 3D TVs and all that, like nobody cares about that. You do realize that this stuff is about the 3D stuff you're seeing is about making your eyes cross-eyed to get that 3D effect. And in order to do that, it can basically you can only do this like effect really for a short time. You if you do it for too much, you'll get sick and throw up. They don't tell you that because people are very gullible. And that's all they're doing is like if they make you cross-eyed, then you like, oh well, it's all 3D. It's cool. It comes out, or you got that 3DS now too. I mean, you're right, Frater. They really got nuts about that stuff. Well, yeah, $500 for some 3D TV. The glasses retail for $69.99. That's kind of a controversial number right there. Yeah, it's basically them just like kind of like making fun of you. Yeah, well, it's useless junk. It's useless junk you don't need. And then of course they got the PlayStation Move on top of that. Like it's really actually quite amazing. Like really, if they probably didn't have the normal PS3 with the controller, a normal controller, they probably would have flopped really hard and maybe even collapsed as a company. Um, because I'm flat out telling you, if that's their goal is just to rip off Nintendo, that's not going to work, and this will be a failure. And that's it. So, are we also doing like the Xbox conference, or I think we'll just, you know what, we kind of covered a lot of Xbox the last 2 days. I just kind of want to focus on the E3 2011 press conference, the Sony E3 2011 press conference, because and now they're just talking about NBA 2K, and you don't really need to 2K12, so you just we're not even really going to talk about that. But let's talk about Peter Graves. Peter Graves, are you feeling better? I feel great, Frater. The only question I have is why is the house all smoldering and it looks like the fire department had been here. Well, what happened was some guy started a barbecue restaurant in this house. Wait, Frater, it's terrible. Somebody started a barbecue restaurant. Yeah. Frater, it does. This game actually does look like you're watching NBA on the TV. Yeah, but what I will flat out say to you is these games are not fun. They're not fun at all. They they're not fun. And you would ask, what do you mean by that? And I said, Frater, they're already pushing like the PlayStation Move on that too. I know, I know. Yeah, they are. And so so what it is with you know, like I grew up, Gregory Peck, with basketball games like NBA Jam and Arch Rivals. And Arch Rivals, you run around. It's basically basketball if it were to be combined with hockey. You know you're um, you're punching, you're pushing, you're grabbing the ball real forcibly. That's basketball. And but this game will like penalize you if you even do anything. I was trying to just take the ball and then it just penalizes me every second for very little infractions, to the point that almost I have to almost like do nothing. I'm like struggling, like how do I take the ball without having to get a penalty? like like what is this? Like pro wrestling where I have to be like a heel? Be a heel and yeah, so what's going on, folks, is remember how we said a few minutes ago, we said that they were pushing the PlayStation Move on everything? I didn't even know that they pushed the PlayStation Move on the NBA 2K games. Like, basically what it is you, I'm not even entirely sure. I don't even think you're playing. You're basically you take the controller and you highlight a player and then they'll pass to that player or whatever. It's almost like taking remote control and it's like taking a TV remote or something and just highlighting the players and say, okay, pass to him, shoot to there, do this, and the, I'm gonna flat out tell you this is not gonna work. And in fact, I don't think anybody I probably will know this feature is in that game. They'll just play it with the controller and that's it. Wow. Hey, it's like you already know. Well, sometimes it's predictable, Gregory Peck. It's a lot of times what it is it's kind of like somebody says, "Well, I'm going to spend the next week walking backwards." And you look at him like, "Are you nuts?" And yeah, he's nuts. I mean, it's not going to turn out well. Day one of walking backwards. Gee, what happened, man? Oh, I just bumped into everything, and a bunch of people almost knocked me out for doing that. And well, yeah, I mean, it's not fun. Let's see here. You have a choice. Do you want to play Grand? Well, let me pause this and get another drink here. do you wanna play Grand Theft Auto 4 walking forwards where you can see everything, or do you want to walk backwards where the camera is faced towards your back, Gregory Peck? Well, of course I don't want to do that. Yeah, but it's an option. You can actually do it. If imagine we did that as an option, would you actually play that? And the answer is an astounding no. And I could literally see the developers go, we wasted so much time on that. And we know the players aren't going to do that. So what it is you walk backwards, you take the PlayStation Move controller, and you're kind of like, if you take the controller to the right, he goes to the right. You take it to the left, he goes to the left. And you pull it back, he keeps going forward, and it's not fun at all. Okay, I need to get a drink. Okay, and here we continue. So, like I said, it's just the continuation of stapling the PlayStation Move onto existing games. They probably they probably kind of give them a little bit of a raise or something, and be like, well, if you guys tack on this new controller we're coming out to compete against Nintendo, we'll give you like a little bit of a well, if you do this, we'll give you a little bit of a royalty boost or something like that. I don't know. I know I don't know what there's like a picture of a castle on the screen. I'm not entirely sure what they're promoting here. Okay, so they're going to show like sword fighting and archery and sports champions. I'm not entirely sure why they're showing a castle on the screen. That's not really in that game or something. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That's not sports champions. I don't know. I think it's that game we mentioned like a day or two ago. Yeah. See, last 2 days we were mostly like showing we were mostly showing we're talking about clips that came from the overall days, and stuff, but we're just now talking about the entire Sony press conference. We may do the Xbox one anyway. I don't know. I mean, it's really depending on my mood and stuff. Well, that's something we gotta think about. yeah. We'll do that because our recording schedule right now is a lot good. Right now, it's very good. So we'll just kind of focus on making a pretty long show today, and then we'll focus on that later. So, wow, our E3 is only once a year, Frater. Yeah, it is, and we gotta get the most out of it. Like I said, the guys are waggling the controller to destroy a wall. Frater, is anyone gonna buy this game? I told you what I think of full motion control games. If it's not Wii Sports, I'll be honest with you. I'll be fair with you. I would pick this stuff up because it's the new stuff. You gotta play the new stuff, but doesn't mean the rest of the world will. And generally, what happens many times, especially with companies like Sony, is like, they'll invest so much money, time, and research into something like this, and then they just abandon it. They just abandon it. It's because it doesn't do well enough. They were expecting it to be far, far beyond that, and it's like, Well, what was it that made the Nintendo Wii so successful? It's because there wasn't anything like it. And also, at the time, I think nobody really expected it to be, the next console after the GameCube. It was supposed to be a GameCube accessory, and then the new Zelda came out with it, and that was the thing that really helped boost it was the new Zelda, the Twilight Princess. And everyone was kind of because Twilight Princess was supposed to be a GameCube game, and actually, it did come out a little later after that. Finally, there is a GameCube version of Twilight Princess because it actually was developed for the GameCube. You know, it's just probably a little better looking on the Nintendo Wii, but it's probably not that much different. Oh, you run up the stairs, you have your sword, and you're fighting enemies, and all motion control and stuff, and that's cool and stuff, but like I said, it's what I'll say too is with this game is that it's not tied to any kind of franchise or any kind of name. It's a first party game, of course, I think, for Sony, but well, maybe it's not. I don't know. But medieval moves or something like that, or I don't know. It's kind of, it sounds like a really dumb name, but usually corporations sometimes don't have the most creative of names. But the problem is the name. The game isn't tied to any kind of franchise. Like that's the big problem with IPs. Like new IPs is like usually, they do all suffer like that because if they don't have a name tied to it that really is going to make this person buy it. And right now on the screen, well, they did. They showed all these franchises they had, like Cabela's and Frater. Those Cabela games are like really cheap garbage. I know they're such cheap garbage, and I had well, I mean for a while they tried to be kind of like a simulator, with the Deer Hunter games and stuff. But then they kind of went away from that and went into the arcadey kind of stuff because they knew people were interested to sit waiting for polygon deer for hours, like just walking around, just like waiting for deer to show up. And even though it's meant to be kind of like a simulator, and now they're showing, I think it's Infamous. I think, yeah, isn't there like prototype? Yeah, that didn't take off. Infamous is actually like that's a first party game, I think, of Sony's. Let me check something real quick. Let's see here. Okay, back. I just got done checking something. Yeah. So I'm not. Let's see. I'm not sure. Is this the sequel to it, or is the original game? Or I'm not sure. I haven't really kept track of this, so think it could be the sequel. Okay. What it is, it's like it's a superhero game where you get powers and you get more powers as you keep playing it. And yeah, Infamous 2. And don't tell me they'll probably have some kind of PlayStation Move compatibility or something. And I guess there'll be online missions for players, and PlayStation Move. They'll be adding that, and PlayStation Move library, and then they're gonna have a little big planet too, and I guess that'll have PlayStation Move compatibility. Like I said, that they're adding everything to PlayStation Move. Everything is gonna have something. Does Skyrim? I don't think so. There's something I gotta check here. Wait a second here. Test, test, test. Okay. Was having some sound issues. So, okay, we back to watching this, and now they're showing more PlayStation Move games. New run and gun third person shooter Starhawk. Wasn't there like a launch game Warhawk or something? I think there was. I'm I don't even think I've heard of this. I don't know. Let's see. This is just a cinematic. It's not actually showing any kind of game footage. They're showing like using some combat vehicles. And of course, they have a plane flying in, like a mech battle mech. Basically, they don't show any like gameplay. It's basically that's the way I describe this. It's like a Starhawk with no gameplay. No demo of any kind of gameplay. Just pre-order it. Just trust us, folks. Just trust us. We're to the new frontier. Well, whatever. New frontier of no gameplay. Yeah. Sure. I'm going to play. I'm going to pre-order your game when there's no game footage. Okay, Sony. And just 1 second here. I had to take an ice cream break there. It's hot in the summer, Yeah. Okay, back to Sony's press conference. Did you use a PlayStation Move controller when you were eating that ice cream? Yeah, the ice cream was equipped with PlayStation Move compatibility. Yeah, now they're playing stuff with like crappy animation, crappy cinematics. Oh, it's one of those first party kid games for from Sony. I can't remember the name of the character. It's been so long. But you have Jack and Dexter, and then you have this other character that's like a raccoon who's like a thief or something. And well, that's never good when your franchise people forget what your franchise even is. Well, I just haven't seen anything of it. Okay. Um, oh, Sly Cooper. I totally forgot about this. Well, isn't that something from the PlayStation 2 or something? Yeah. Sly Pooper. Sly Pooper. Yeah, yeah, I've totally forgotten about that franchise. Yeah, let's see. They're just kind of give everyone a pat on the back. I'm talking about Eve Online. Jeez, Eve has been around for since the beginning of the internet. What is that game like? I never played it. I never played it either. It's just sort of an overhead game where it's just a shmup, kind of like a shmup, I guess, an open world shmup. That's probably the most accurate way to describe it. Is an open world shmup. It's ever good what he said to gather dust on Eve Online. It's like even the people who literally work on it, they know that this game has been around since the beginning, and moves motion controller support for an old ass game like that. Like, and that like they were pressured like with certain incentives, like like hey, if you add move controls, that helps our product and we'll help you and we'll remember you or something. And I think you'll just you know and now you're well, I mean, if that's the game, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's not the Eve I was thinking of. The Eve I was thinking of is more like an overhead shmup type of game, and where this is like a normal FPS game, and I mean, I don't know how what boundaries, what innovation that does, because especially if you got a PlayStation Move controller, like yeah, that's gonna be some limitations, obviously, because you know, let's be honest, you're gonna be limited by how much you can do if you're just using the Move controller. I mean, yeah, well, you don't have an analog stick on it, so you just that's why a lot of the games that they make for these kinds of games, like on the Wii, usually that's usually why they're on rails. So then that way that the developer doesn't have to struggle with those questions, like how does the player deal with like moving around, and it's like you don't even have to worry about that. They just need to. The only thing the player has to worry about is just shooting things, and the game will move them along as they go along. Oh, it's some game called Dust. They were talking about Eve Online and stuff, and I was like, what? Frater, I don't think that game is going to last the test of time. Yeah, hell, I'm from the future. I don't remember that game at all. That's not a good sign. Frater. Yeah, Frater was. And you can't come out and hey, you run the future. I know. Okay, buddy. Look, we got the show here. This is all we got. We gotta focus on it. We don't do. Ironically, there's a company called Rational Games. We don't do irrational theories on time travel. There's no time travel, and that's a great set of tits, Frater. See, don't you feel better, Frater? There, you're talking about time travel, and right there is a great set of tits. I've forgotten about time travel. See, that was effective. I planned that out, you know. Okay, so they're talking about Bioshock Infinite. Now, when they say Bioshock Infinite, does that mean Frater it just goes on forever? I think that's just a fad they do, and that is a great set of tits. Yeah, no, that's just like a fad they do. That it's just a fad they do. They it's a fad they do. Basically, they like Batman Forever. It's kind of like, well, should we call it Batman 5, Batman 4? We'll call it Batman Forever. You had just Batman, then you had Batman the Motion Picture, you had Batman Returns, Batman Forever, then Batman and Robin, and then no more. No more movies because they sucked, and then now, and now we're going to continue on here. And we got Ken Levine, who was not on Bioshock 2, the game that we covered recently. And Bioshock 2, I don't like. I just don't like it. It's just doesn't feel right to me, and it feels kind of primitive and. Yeah, I really felt like I could always tell when a game doesn't like. And that one's going to have PlayStation Move support too. Yeah, I told you. All the games that coming on PlayStation, they're all like, hey, if you put some PlayStation Move stuff in there, we can really kind of help you out here. Because that Xbox is going to be a while before they come out with that 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 Connect thing. So why don't we, why didn't you just do that? He's just sort of getting real artsy fartsy about stuff, and about his Bioshock game, and well, it's Infinite now, Frater. I really wish they just call it Bioshock 3 and not call it Infinite. Like it's kind of like, what do you want to call the new game? I have no idea. Okay, we'll call it Infinite. Because that's pretty much like the closest thing to just saying I don't know. Bioshock, I don't know. Bioshock Infinite then. Did you ever play that one? Well, it hasn't come out yet. Oh, I see. It hasn't come out yet. Remember, I say you're from the future. Well, then that answer would probably be a no. Well, what can you do with the PlayStation Move on it? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff here I didn't even know they were gonna. But the thing you gotta look out for is some of the stuff doesn't even really like. This stuff may just get canceled and it may not actually make it out after all. So you have to be kind of careful of that. A lot of times when they come out with this new technology, like a new thing like this, that there's a lot of things that just are glorified tech demos that you pay full price for, and he's just showing off PlayStation Vita before leaving. we're looking forward to playing on PlayStation 3 with PlayStation Move. Like, it's like such canned, corporate talk. Like, oh, I can't wait to play it with a PlayStation Move. And like this guy, like here, like he's probably barely played PlayStation Move. Like, yeah, they probably like brought it up to his office, and he kind of like, okay, let's check this thing out, and he waddled the controller a little bit and went, yep, that's good. Okay, I sign off on it. That's it, I sign off on it. Now they're showing Saints Row the Third. I don't take those games very seriously, and I've never really. I played the second game, and I just I don't know. I think it's because I don't know. It seemed very cartoony, and I just I, I and now they're just showing off Star Trek. Oh no, a Star Trek PlayStation Move thing, a PlayStation game, Oh my God, they're really. I never realized they pumped out so much for this. Oh man, they're making like every project be tied to PlayStation Move, and it's some some way. Yeah, that's weird. Oh boy, what is it, Frater? This is the Star Trek video game. Can you hold on a second? I have to go to the bathroom. Wait, okay. There's a new game here on the screen. Okay. Folks, I still have my headset on. They can't hear me. I'm in the bathroom. This game, you're hearing about this new Star Trek game for PS3. It's bad. It's real bad. Like the graphics are real bad. Like you glitch into the walls. You glitch into everything. Because it's just a dumb movie franchise. So, I don't know. This looks really good. Yeah, so don't buy. Well, you don't have to worry. You're in 2022. I'm stuck in 2011, guys. Hey, get out here! Get out here now! Okay. I just had to take a. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, don't share that. Okay, we got a show here. This is all we got. All we got here. See, this is a good presentation. It's good video games. No conspiracy theories about the future. Okay. Okay. Talk about. Oh, they're just talking about a snowboarding game. Frater, I don't care. I don't care about that either. On Mr. Fuji, they're saying apparently you can um go snowboarding with Mr. Fuji from the WWF. That's something. And now they're talking about Need for Speed. They just it's funny how they only gave like a few seconds to that other game. They didn't. They were just like, yeah, this is a snowboarding game. Okay, next game. We're not paid enough to actually promote that. You get some special Blu-ray disc, and it's okay. That doesn't really buy me on like a cheap, low budget game or something. There's Battlefield 3, which Frater, you said we can't play it. We can't play it. Yeah, there's technical issues that I can't discuss on the show. Uh oh. Yeah. Uh oh. Maybe we'll talk about it in some other way someday. Okay. Well, that's. I mean, I guess we could play it offline, and Well, we'll play it off stream. I have no means to be able to record that. So okay. So down there talking about mobile gaming, talking about Electronic Arts, the worst company in America. Friday they made Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect Frater. Like, yeah, but it's gonna, yeah, whatever. Okay. And let's see, it's Kazuo Hirai. It's come out. I don't know what else there is to present, Frater. I mean, they showed, Unfortunate 3 and Fortunate 3. Yeah, that probably they were going to talk about more about the Vita. Vita, unfortunately, is like sort of like they can't help it because what it is this is right around the time like we have like the iPhone and stuff. So a lot of these people are like looking at like Nintendo and they're looking at Apple and they're all like salivating. They're like, "Oh, we need to like get in on this. Like, what if we made a handheld that was like an iPhone and tied to like cell service, so you get internet and all that fun stuff, and then of course so very overpriced, but you know so so really if you think about if E3 we kind of talked about the clips and stuff, and now we're just on the third day just focusing on the pure, yeah, we're the pure press conferences. We're not like listening to someone commentate about the overall stuff, although we pretty much probably revealed what's already on these shows. But I just figure for the third day we'll just do that. We didn't really do that the other 2 days. So that's yeah, that's I think pretty much this has worked out pretty well this year. Last year we pretty much that was when the 3DS was coming out at the time. Um, yeah, the 3DS was coming out. And that whole thing was going on, and we were having kind of a good time with that. And yeah, we had like Gaddafi on, and yeah, we had a very controversial dictator of a country come on the show. That was a very wild thing. And now he's just sort of building up here so he can start talking about probably the Vita and next generation portable, as he said. And the Vita, what I heard, is someone who kind of has a thing for the future. It was actually a very good handheld in its own right, but well, what's the problem? I mean, it's well, you can clearly see the Vita. It's the same problem that goes back to the days of the Game Boy. And what it is the cheapest handheld in the room is the winner of the war. And so, like for example, the Game Gear, the Atari Lynx were all better handheld systems than the Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy was like a little black and white system. But here's the thing about it: for a handheld system, was nice and affordable and cheap. Parents had no problems buying that for their kids. And really, the truth is, the games were, even though they're black and white, really they didn't look that bad. I have one here that, like I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of the Tetris portable because that's the best thing to play it with. I actually think the launch games for it were excellent. You have this one game called Box, and you know, it's I think it's like Boxel or something. Boxel, that's it, Boxel, and it you just you're basically moving boxes around, and at first you think that's boring, but actually you have to actually it's like it's a puzzle, so you have to kind of think that out how the what's the which box should you move first in order to make the whole thing work out, and it's another nice brain game basically. And so, but the Vita, just gonna pause here for a second. Just checking stuff. Okay, so just looking up some stuff. The Vita's got an OLED screen front. That's like it's got 6-axis control, which means it's got like a motion control, then compartment you move out, and then you can. I think that allows you to like. Of course, they say 3G Wi-Fi models. Yeah, there's all the doodads, and yeah, well, see, the thing is like, you would think, well, this thing destroys anything Nintendo puts out, right? Well, that's the problem, you're trying to defeat Nintendo, when it comes to handhelds, nobody else has done it like Nintendo. I mean, 3DS and all that, that was like a, they I guess you can have AT&T hooked up to it, and like I don't even know, like I mean that would be kind of pricey. Okay. Um and this says free access to AT&T Wi-Fi hotspots. Like I said, I don't think person's going to spend extra trying to get an AT&T contract just so they could play their handheld gaming, online and all that. Well, here's the thing is, Frater, like, are they going to have some really good first party games with that? Or Nintendo, Sony's not really known for their first party games. I mean, they have a couple, but they're just renowned for what other companies make for them. It's kind of like the 3DO. 3DO, you know, all they did is make the console. They just had everybody else make the software. Sony's a little better in that. I mean, they have their first party games, but I'm just saying, that it's and it's kind of awkward because they're trying to promote this thing with the PlayStation Network and they just got hacked. I know. Well, they're going to be coming out of it a lot stronger. That they're just, it basically was a wake up call to them. They needed to upgrade their network. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that the era of the PlayStation 3, that the internet has been free. You've been able to play games for free, unlike on the 360 where you need to have Xbox Live. I think that is always going to be a better thing on the PS3 that you can play just like on the PC. I mean, look, isn't it nuts? Like, first off, you already have to pay for your internet anyway. I mean, you have to pay for your ISP, from somebody, where it's your cable company or what. Wait, you're telling me I have to pay an extra amount just for the console to pick up the internet that's from my cable? What? Just so I can play against someone online? Like on the PC, I can play someone online right now. I don't have to do that. As long as there's somebody playing a game. Yeah, I know what you mean, Frater. Frater, here's a question I gotta ask you. You know, they're just kind of going off about things like Uncharted and things like that. Like, well, there. I guess there'll be some kind of level of Uncharted, I guess, in the game. You know, what they're trying to do is to show that on a small scale that they can kind of um recreate PlayStation 3 in a way, you know, like really, you know, the PlayStation Vita was something really cool. You mean, I know. It's 2011. It's 2011. Get with it. Not whatever year it is, you know, you claim to come from. Okay. So, oh yeah, so but of course, you don't have like the full version of a game. You know, it would be like sort of a mini version, you know. I mean, of course that's a way they kind of get away with having a game like this on such a small handheld. Is you just sort of have like um, a level or two or something like that, you know. But what were you saying, Gregory, before we start talking about this? I can just pause it. Well, yeah, Frater, I was going to ask, has any Battlefield game allowed you to fight against bots? Because that's important, because that means the game you're playing never really will die. It'll always have bots. You can, sadly, I can tell you no. Oh no. Yeah, so that what that means is that like this Battlefield 3 that's coming out, it's going to be a dead game someday. I mean, it's just going to be kind of it's just going to be kind of a cold brick in the water, you know. It's just nothing, you know. It's without the players, you don't got anyone in the game. It's just yeah, maybe you can go on a dead server and go run around and play pretend or something. I don't know. I mean, go around, play pretend. Guess what? That's not really fun. So, yeah, you had bots. You had bots, and you can do it. I mean, you're showing Team Fortress 2. You showing something me the other day, and we're gonna be doing in after we do Fallout and we do Portal 2, we're going to do Team Fortress 2. And you're going to think, well, we're going to play with our players. No, I literally know how to put bots in the game. You open the console up and you basically tell it to. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and then you can just play by yourself. You just have your own server. That's what you do. You start a server, but then you can lock it, and then nobody comes in, and then you just have the bots, and the bots don't cheat. I mean, the bots will be as hard as you want them to be. So yeah, so we'll go back and talk about this PlayStation Vita. I do think it's cool tech. You use 6 axis to tilt the direction he wants Drake to jump. But again, that's kind of like full motion. Again, you're starting to get into full motion control things, and I still argue that players don't really care about that. They just, like there's a real push to think that players that's the future of gaming. Like you remember in Back to the Future 2, like that's a baby's game and you're using your hands, and of course you go what, and of course, um, well, if you had full motion controls, technically you kind of just sort of, I don't know, you would still use your hands. That's kind of a joke thing, but there's a lot of touchscreen stuff going on. I don't really think, again, like I said, I hate to sound like I'm some prophet or something, but I'm just saying is that that's kind of not what people want. They just want to. I mean, well, wasn't there like games on the DS and stuff where you used a stylish and they were very popular and like Professor Layton and stuff like that? Yeah, yeah, there was stuff like that. But as far as this, I mean, obviously you want to play. This is an action game. You want to play this with a controller, and you don't want to have to use all these full motion controller gimmicks. But that's what these companies want to do. They want to go well. The 3DS can't do this. Let's do this. Because they know that already they're screwed because it's Nintendo and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, well, it's Nintendo," because parents trust Nintendo because they know they're not going to make some game that's going to traumatize their kids. So they can trust them with that. This is more for some adult to play, really, than and they're just wrapping up the demo they were doing for this game, and we're moving on to the next part here. Let's see here. Still talking about PlayStation Vita. That's kind of like that's their big thing for this year. Yeah. Mhm. I just don't see myself getting into it. Well, you wouldn't see yourself getting into it because, like, again, the things that intimidate you about it is like, do I have to get an AT&T phone contract? And then it's like the answer is no. I don't want to do that. I just want to play my games, and then another thing is, if are you into, are you into Drake's Fortune? Are you into games like that? Um, uh, Frater, I think now it's stuck in our head. What you said making fun of that game, you called it Unfortunate 3. Unfortunate 3. Yeah, well, it's just like if you're not into Killzone, if you're not into Jack and Dexter, well, you're kind of running out of options. So you got to hope that the third parties. Okay, there's some game called Ruin. Never heard of that. Looks like some kind of like Diablo kind of game. Or you just like like kind of like no, well, it's more like Zelda, where you're just like swinging at enemies from an overhead view. Well, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care either. Well, it's like I said, I don't have any memory of this. Well, it should just come out. I know. Never heard of this before. Oh, it's just running around, hacking and slashing. And let's see, your character's running around. Oh, he just, well, Frater, this is kind of boring. Yeah, well, you just run around and you beat up stuff, and then you jump. You do a jump attack, and it creates like an area effect of damage, and that's it. That's it. Sorry. That's literally it. Well, they're really getting into showing this off. Yeah, like this is like something we all want to see. Like we're just kind of like okay. Really, why do they keep playing this? I don't know. It's just a Diablo ripoff game. Like, let me see here. I think I'm gonna skip this. This is like boring. Yeah, I skipped it, guys. That was, they just kept playing the game on and on and on, and it's like we get the point. It's kind of like a Diablo hack and slash wannabe game. Nobody's gonna buy, so ruin, huh? I don't know if you want to call your game ruin. Like that can have some dual meaning right there. Like, and this is a game, Mod Nation Racers. This is like Sony's attempt once again to rip off Nintendo. That's all they do is rip off Nintendo. It's funny because, like, when sometimes Nintendo do something, everyone will laugh, like real gamers. But then Sony will go, hmm, I respect that. And that's code words for we're having our developers make a version as close as possible to this without getting sued. Mod Nation Racers is basically Mario Kart. It's basically Mario Kart. Yeah, it's basically Mario Kart. And yeah, apparently you can make your own race tracks by taking your finger on the screen, and then you could like make your racetrack that way by making a design with your finger. That's very basic and very. That's kind of just interesting. It's something simple like that. And I guess you make your own tracks and you go further in and make your own tracks and stuff. Frater, I get a feeling this is one that didn't really hit well. Um, it probably did. It's probably gonna do okay. But like I said again, it's they do everything to try to rip off Nintendo as they can. I mean, like there's Smash Brothers. There's a Sony version of that. I mean, oh come on! I know it's just that's all they do. They look at Nintendo as a trendsetter, and someone who starts a trend instead of somebody else going, "Hey, I'm gonna make a trend too," and then, like, no, they're gonna go like, "I'm gonna be right behind you. I'm gonna be right behind you, copying you all the way." That's Sony. They just copy Nintendo. And then of course Microsoft, they're sort of in their own world, and yeah, yeah, they're in their own little world with this motion control thing. Like I said, it's gonna. What the heck? You even get to make the houses and stuff on the side of the roads and the things you would see as you drive. That's really kind of wild. Oh boy. Oh no. It is Mario Kart. Yeah. it's Mario Kart, but imagine if Mario Kart allowed you to like customize the tracks and allowed you to well, you don't got the Cooper shells. No, you don't got that. They probably have something else though. Probably like a ball or something. This guy in red, he's probably like, "Yeah, I love Mario Kart." we, we we had a bunch of lawyers sit with us when we were designing it, and they were saying, "Okay, you can't do that. You can do this. You can do that. You can't do that either. That's gonna get you sued." I have a tendency to think that yeah, they have like a lawyer just sitting with them when they have the game developers all together, and they're like saying they're you know, the lawyer's looking the shit up. He's looking up all the patents and all that. He's like saying, "Well, okay, this is what Nintendo's patent is on Mario Kart and all that. So what you need to do is yeah, just kind of look at this carefully and design around that. But make sure to change certain things around that. Then they can never sue you in court." There used to be a time, Frater, you know, like it was really a wild west in the video game industry because you could have like well, judges really did, didn't know what to think of the video game industry. You know, it was such an amusement thing, and it was like, you know, like you would tell them, "Oh, this company Coleco has made a device so you can play Atari products onto their system," and an old judge would be like, "What?" Like they wouldn't, you know, if you did it now, oh yeah, they would understand. Oh yeah, that's piracy. That's, you know, you're basically trying to kind of like steal a whole game library for your council. And oh, they got a little big planet. Of course, you need that. They're gonna really burn that out. They're gonna burn it out, dude. I think the first game was kind of neat, you know, because of all the creativity in it. When I first got a PS3, I got Killzone, Little Big Planet, and Fallout 3, and then I also had Oblivion too. I got a copy of Oblivion. The thing I remember was with the PS3, I first got Oblivion because I had the problems I did with the Xbox. Is it red ring to death? And the way I was is now I'm gonna pause this. The way I was like, look, I don't want to deal with something that just breaks after after 6 months, after like maybe a year. I was like, really? It's gonna red ring like that? Is it gonna just like there's such a short amount of time? And you would think, oh, it's because you were playing it 12 hours a day. It's like, dude, sometimes I was only playing it maybe 4 hours a week. I mean, I was being extremely delicate with it because I heard of its problems. So I thought, well, if you're just careful with it, and there won't be a big problem. Well, it was a big problem. So so when I got the PS3, you know, I traded a whole bunch of stuff in. I got that. I got Oblivion, and then I came back with a bigger trade and got a whole bunch of games for it. So I had like Little Big Planet, and look, Little Big Planet was very innovative. I mean, like you can go online and people would make levels and kind of make like this endless world, this very endless world in you can play in. But basically, basically what ended up happening was is like um I'm used to 2D games where you have lots of enemies to fight like a Mario game. I like the idea of the reason I bought it with these games like Killzone and Fallout 3 and stuff is because I like the idea that there was some kind of fallback to the 2D days. Because I was like, well, I don't really want the 2D games to truly go away. I don't want saturated market either, but I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you just want you know, you want the games. You want the games, you just want a good mix, you never like to just have one just thing. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I did that, and I thought Fallout 3 was excellent, and we'll be playing it starting next show. But yeah, to be honest with you, that's kind of generally it. It's then yeah, we'll go back to the video. Now, like, there's a Little Big Planet 3 here, and not Little Big. Or watch Little Big Planet 3 for Frater. What? Nothing. It was I farted. Well, you shouldn't fart. It's not very good during E3 presentation to be saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, folks, I farted." That's funny. I don't think fart jokes are in right now. Oh no. Okay, this is kind of weird. See, this is kind of like the thing about these games. Like, there's all this like customization, but and that's really cool. But it's like I just want enemies to fight, kind of like Mario. Like Super Mario World or Mario 3. It's just I don't know. Well, it's about a lot of the obstacles and the interactivity of the obstacles. Yeah. And now, it's going to be on the Vita. So if someone's into that, that would be ideal, I guess. And, and they're talking about the other publishers, about what they're making from Capcom. Talk about Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I haven't really played a Tekken game since like Tekken 2. Like I just didn't keep up with that. It comes to Street Fighter, it's like if it's not Street Fighter 2, I don't really care. I don't care either. And they're trying to do this 3D thing, with the Street Fighter characters, and it's like they're not even really showing any gameplay. They just show a cinematic trailer. They didn't show any gameplay. So it's not really anything to care about. It's like pessimistic gaming. Yeah, pessimistic gaming news. Like if it isn't like Elder Scrolls or Fallout, we're kind of like okay, whatever. We don't really take it that seriously. And they're just Frater, what are they talking about? I don't know. Just talking about that Street Fighter Tekken game. I'm. It's funny because I'm just like thinking of other things like different handhelds and stuff like that. I'm not like even really paying attention to what they're trying to promote. Probably as I know it's not going to really be something that I care about. I'm not really a handheld person that much. You're just like the Tetris on Game Boy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Huh. I don't even have any idea what they're talking about. I'm gonna probably like kind of like push ahead of this. They do really okay. Now they got actual gameplay footage of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and it's or is it X Tekken or versus Tekken? Or wait a minute, we got a dispute here. Is it Street Fighter X Tekken or is it Street Fighter Cross Tekken? Street Fighter versus Tekken? Uh, that's a good question. They're talking about PETA. These people. Who are these people? Who are these people? I heard you do a Jerry Seinfeld impression. Years. I haven't done it since a very long time ago. That's right, Jerry. I haven't. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna skip this. This is really boring. This is really making my ADHD hurt. Let's see here. PlayStation Vita, 80 titles, but then the console costs like $250 plus with you know the AT&T phone contract shit. I mean, that's some pricey stuff. That's a handheld, you know. This is just a movie thing here going on. I'm gonna skip that. I don't really care about that. And it's just more movie, more like clips. Okay. Well, actually, advantage is just skipping through like that. Well, yeah, because it would just be we'd just be commenting on like short 2-second clips, and I don't think we can keep up with that. And now let's see what else they got. Launch a Wi-Fi only model and a 3G Wi-Fi model. Wow, just gonna have these multiple models. $249. That's just for a freaking portable. That's too much money for a portable. I remember when, yeah. $4,800. That's in yen. Gregory Peck. They said 29,980. Oh, I broke the bank. I just put out a mortgage. Uh, yeah, guys. Oh boy. I wonder how much is a million yen. Well, I'm just too busy to look that up right now. Wouldn't that be great? You could say I own a million yen, and it's only like $5,000 or something. It's like $5,000 or something like that. $10,000. Okay, it's just there isn't really anything else. It's basically the end of the press conference is the Vita. So how so well, okay, so let's pause for a second. Okay, we're continuing, and we've decided to do the Microsoft press conference. I don't know how long I'll do it. I think we've pretty much covered a lot of stuff the last 2 days, but we'll do we'll kind of go with it for a little bit. So let me understand something here. Really years ago, um, basically years ago, we the 360 was the console go-to for hardcore gamers. There was a time when hardcore gamers were on the PC. And then Microsoft got into this and it started to kind of open up things on the console a little bit. So that basically, some of those hardcore gamers can also do this on console as well. But then, like I mentioned, a little thing came along called the Nintendo Wii. And what you're going to see and what is happening is that both companies are changing rapidly to try to acquire this elusive casual audience. I don't even know what this is, Frater. Some game you're under the water and all that. And I don't know either. Well, wait a second. It might help if I turn on captions. Actually, it might help if I start over because, like, uh, okay, we started over because I had turned captions on, so it was like we were literally guessing in the dark about what some of these games are. Yeah, so they got this game, and you're under the water, and I assume it's a Call of Duty game because sometimes Call of Duty games do try to do like like sometimes some different segments, like with your vehicle combat or something, and boy, I actually do not know. It's kind of like in the middle of the game right now, so it's like not they're not like saying what it is. They're making you wait until the end, and then they'll probably show what the game is and blowing stuff up. Not a lot of things to say. It's just your underwater fighting stuff, and they started the press conference with this game, and they usually say, okay, this is for this game, and you're kind of just like left describing it. So, and the guy playing the game is just kind of like he's just sort of like, yep. Everyone's like, hey, what's the game? Okay, I think it's a Call of Duty thing because there's things about it I've recognized as far as like when you're getting close to a target or objective, and it kind of has that sort of modern, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare kind of style levels and stuff. I don't know. This may be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Is that what we're gonna do? Well, maybe. There's a lot of games come out in November, Gregory Peck. I mean, am I gonna want to play? Yeah, it's Call of Duty. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, as you know, we do play. We have a number of Call of Duty games here. We have a number, and I like Black Ops because it has bots. It has bots, and I don't have to deal with players, and generally with Call of Duty games, like maybe this has a good campaign. You could play the campaign, and I think so far this looks kind of neat. And you started underwater in a boat, and now you're attacking like a ship, and I don't know, it's kind of cool looking. And yeah, I mean, we can. I don't know. Need to kind of test things out, see how well it plays and stuff. Is it worth covering on the show? It might have issues like Battlefield 3 or something. Well, that's the one I can't talk about. Okay. But Modern Warfare 3, we'll see. So he's still walking through the sub or boat or something, blowing stuff up. Although it's kind of the only thing it's not very original about it is that's actually the beginning of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That you're in a ship with a team and you're blowing stuff up, and then eventually by the end the ship is blowing up and you need to run out of there, and that's and just showing some interactivity with a control panel, and I think the graphics are pretty good for the 360. I don't see anything wrong, but then again, like I keep mentioning time and time again, that usually what they do is they'll, for these E3s, they usually put the game like on a PC. Put the game on a PC that looks the best. And then, you get kind of like a marginal version of that on the 360 and PS3. Oh, graphics look very good. It looks very nice. All these battleships getting blown up, and I can kind of tell, that they're a little bit influenced by like the Battlefield games, like for so mad I can't play with bots on those games. Yeah, and like I said, if you run out of people or not playing it anymore in 10 years or whatever, 20 years, that's a dead game, and all you got is your memories. You're like, hey, I remember when people used to actually play this, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you know how to put bots in the game, and you usually got to hack the game. It's why I like Black Ops, and anytime the Call of Duty series does anything with bots, it's usually good. And now there's talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 from Sledgehammer Games. And they're working with Infinity Ward, and if you don't know what happened, basically what happened was the Infinity Ward, the team they had with when they did Modern Warfare 2 was a very big game, probably the biggest game at the time, and they made so much money that basically Bobby Kotick decided to just rip them off and steal their money. How did he do that? He just fired them. He basically said they're being corrupt. They're not being easy to work with. Whatever. We don't want to pay him. Oh boy, here comes Don Matrick. Oh, this guy. He's the one that wants to turn your hardcore system into a baby's console. Well, there goes our sponsorship from Microsoft. Yeah, we're gonna turn your game into the SpongeBob console. We're gonna turn into the baby games. Your little kids are just gonna be running around the TV, swinging and doing cartwheels and stuff like that, and watching TV on it, and it's like that. That Call of Duty. What do you think about that? What really you really want to do is play with a big giant kitty. That's what the kind of games we're making in the future for your hardcore gaming system. I'm Don Matrick. Oh boy. The wave of Kinect experiences for everyone. We'll show you more Xbox Live entertainment choices and feel a better way to enjoy television. So, Peter Graves, read. Okay. Wait, he's walking off stage, Frater. He's walking off stage. Frater, I don't know what to do. You told me the reason. I'm sorry, Peter Graves. He walked away. We were gonna make fun of him. Okay. Well, now they got some new. They got the world premiere of a new game of Tomb Raider, running on the Xbox 360. This is a game I can flat out tell you is usually a game that will be used in the future when it comes to testing your computer. Because basically, your computer's powerful enough, you can see her hair and all its details, and wow, that's some advanced knowledge. Yeah, it is. And I think the game is more known for its graphics and its benchmarking. People usually use this game for benchmarking PCs in the future. Wow, how did you know that? I just know. Oh, you have your connections. That's cool. I don't question that at all. Oh. There's a lot of QuickTime events and stuff. I don't particularly, as you know, not exactly a fan of things like that, and I don't know how much it's like the original game. Frater, that original game is looking kind of janky now. He's just like got tank controls and yeah. Wait a second here. Okay, so we're gonna we're going to kind of speed it up here. We're going to kind of like that's Tomb Raider, and that's cool. And then there's a thing about EA Sports and PGA games. They're just saying that the Kinect, will have some kind of thing to do with it. And then Mass Effect 3, and made people, loved Mass Effect 1 and 2 and Mass Effect 3. And they just talk about supporting Kinect through voice recognition. Isn't this great, man? Like, here we go. It's just like with the Sony one. They gotta do some kind of connection here. And they gotta in game with the Kinect. And they're showing the game off. Showing the different characters, Shepard, all the stuff, And, let's see, moving on to the next part here. Now we're going to Ubisoft and talk about Tom Clancy's. I'm kind of moving this thing up, Gregory Peck, okay, because I gotta get off because special show I'm gonna watch. So we've already done over 2 hours. Yeah, that's enough. We've done 3 days worth of this. Skyrim was about okay. Let's just move on here. Let's see, Ghost Recon. Everyone knows what that is. Got a guy talking about it, and then let's see. Just turn this on and get this going. You just talk about weapons, and all the weapons matter in games like this is that they pinch a little harder, pinch a little less sometimes. Sometimes they're a little faster, sometimes a little slower. It's the same old FPS. So let's just move on. Moving on. Oh, there's some Kinect stuff going on. And that's just like with Sony, they kind of pressure their third parties. Hey, could you add some Kinect usage in that? Okay, so now let's see here. They're just doing a thing for Xbox Live, games, movies, music, television, more applications, more ways to connect your friends. At the same time, we must get the technology out of your way. We must make it invisible so you can naturally and intuitively enjoy all your entertainment in the living room. And today, come on, Peter Grace. Today, 50 years after the introduction of the remote control, where all the content can live in one place, we're introducing an innovative new way, and a new way of entertainment begins giving a TV a new voice, yours. Alina, a member of our team, is going to show you. Oh my god. Oh my god. It works. Okay, they say Xbox Home, and it's like, there it is, because it's the Kinect. Oh my god, here it goes. You use the voice you control to control the console. Gregory Peck. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What I need this for? But you need it. But you need it because you need it. I need it because need it. Wait, that's brilliant. Yes, you need it because you need it, man. You need it. Okay. Movies. Listen to music. Share with your friends. No buttons. Nothing in your hands. Show Lady Gaga, who's a complete gay. And yeah, that's right. Let's show the satanic lady on the screen. And so then, so you use your voice, and then don't forget you can watch TV with it probably too. Because of the TV and because I buy a video game console. I buy a video game console because I watch TV, and I buy a TV set so I can play a TV set so I can play a video game. So and then I play a video game console to watch TV. Ah, gosh, this is brilliant, Frater. That's brilliant. So basically, what you do is you buy a TV set to play the video games, and then you buy a video game console to watch the TV. It's amazing. It is, and and then and then you buy the video game console to watch YouTube. But then you buy the PC to watch VCR tapes? Oh no! I'm confused. But that's it. It just makes sense. It's Don Matrick. Choices on Xbox Live. We do the promise of all the entertainment you made easy. We, we, we will today. We're today. Oh no! Oh, Frater snapped. He snapped. I'm gonna have to call Dr. Quimby, medicine woman. He snapped. Okay. Graves, we got Frater on the couch here. I called Dr. Quimby, medicine woman. This has made him snap. Whoa, it's actually quite brilliant. I support Frater's new choices. Oh no! Oh no! If Frater was always the voice of reason, now he's gone to crazy land. I call Dr. Quimby, Peter Graves. That's okay. Can I be the host then? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Let me see here. It was cited and notes that Bing is going. Bing! 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 Oh no! He's gone nuts too! No! No one uses Bing! Oh, Microsoft! Ah! Okay, I got both of them on the couch. Called Dr. Quimby, medicine woman. Okay, Pookapi Adams, you're now the host. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay, but of course your voice is a little harder on the ears, so I'm gonna have to take over. Okay, well, Frater did train me for these reasons. They're talking about Lego games. The longer you have to navigate through your menus to find what you're planning to do. Oh, come on. Does it take me that long to navigate it? That's right. I like how the lady Pookapi, like, she's just like phoning it in. She's like, yeah, yeah, isn't this real? Isn't it? Clap, 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 golf, clap, 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 clap. Isn't that just so nice? You just use your voice. That's right. You just use your voice. You can even understand me, and I don't make any sense at all. That's right. You don't need a controller. You just talk to your console. It just finds it for you. That's right. But don't say anything you're not supposed to say on TV. Maybe it'll find that. Maybe it will find that poo. And of course, we go back to the lady in the yellow who's totally not infused by this because it's retarded. And here it is, folks. That's right. Your Xbox menu screen doesn't have video games. It just has TV. It just has TV. Here's a TV show from season 5 or something. That's right, folks. That's right, partner with leading TV stars in the United States around the world, builds our pioneering network with partners like Sky TV in the UK and Canal Boost in France and Foxtel in Australia. Watch live television on Xbox, News Sports, your favorite local channels. Just a voice, say it. Xbox finds it. This is our vision of the future of television. Effortless, approachable, because TV is more amazing when you are the controller. You are the controller and you're the new Xbox experience. Launches this fall. Thank you and go fuck yourself. Oh, oh my goodness. What happened? What I like? Oh no! Oh no! 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 Go sit back down. Okay, okay, okay. Oh no! Oh wait! They used Bing, 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 Bing. Oh no! Xbox finds Xbox play Harry Potter. No! Don't play that! No! 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 No, this is amazing. I think this is great. I can watch TV on my console, and then on my TV I can play video games. Uh, uh, and then on my PC I can go outside. What? What? Oh boy, this is Frater kind of warned me about this. It's more amazing when you are the controller. Folks, is there anybody at home that's listening to me? Is there anybody at home that's listening to this and seeing how insane this is? And now they got the guy from the UFC, and he thinks it's retarded, and he's gonna just beat up everybody. He's just crazy. Okay, I think I may have like made a recovery, and oh, it's playing UFC. Gregor Peck, why are you watching UFC? We got E3 to cover here. I wasn't watching UFC. That was really part of the E3 presentation. Oh no! Uh, but it's E3. It's E3. It's E3. It's E3. It's E3 is about video games. It's not about the television. The television's on your TV. The television's on your TV. The console. You buy the console. You play the video games. You know, like no. You buy the console. You watch the TV. You play the video games on the TV. Is he okay? Strange. I had never seen someone mentally break down like that before. Well, you have to call that Dr. Quimby, medicine woman. Microsoft Studios is changing the very definition of entertainment, but our core Xbox will be about games. Well, apparently Phil Spencer, your boss there, Don Matrick, I think he thinks differently. He thinks it's apparently a cable box. Well, oh boy, that was something else. Oh, it's Phil Spencer. He's going to be the president someday of this company, and he's going to turn around and he's going to make it at least a bit more about games than what you see right now, guys. Okay. Here's the medicine here, Frater. That's something. Oh, okay. Okay. Just calm down. Just calm down. Okay. Now just talking about pre-orders and stuff, and they're talking about Gears of War 3, Frater. Okay. Well, that. Oh, it's this is we're back to normal. We're just talking about video games. Well, isn't that what the way it is? It's supposed to be about the video games. That's it. How about Gears of War 3? I never played that. Wow, it's just brand new. It's just coming out. Wow. Oh wow. And just to be checking, we will be playing this on a console, right? We're not playing it on the TV. I don't know why I got that going in my head. You play this on a console, Frater, with a controller. Okay, but um, there was this voice telling me that I am the controller. Okay, I'm calling Dr. Quimby, medicine woman. Okay, yep. I got another one here on the show that's like cracked. He's quit, Dr. Quimby. He's saying that he's the controller. That's sick. That's sick, Dr. Quimby. That's some sick stuff. Okay, Frater. Okay, there's an ambulance coming. Okay, they're gonna take care of you. Okay, thank you, kind sir. Thank you. Oh, it's Ice-T. He's that guy from the insurance commercials who, oh my god, my dear friend is stopped. He's saying Ice-T, the infamous hardcore rapper. This is 2011, Frater. He's not. He's a successful hardcore rapper. You're saying he's doing car commercials and insurance commercials? Well, yeah, he does insurance commercials, and oh my gosh, my best friend has snapped. Okay, yes, he's over here. Oh, hi, kind face. Kind faces? Oh, hi. Uh, well, hello, you kind faces. Oh, yeah, they're taking Pugapiams away too. It's kind of obvious, they kind of looked around the room and, yeah, they're asking Graves, is he okay? And he just nods his head. Yeah, Graves is like, yeah, I'm on that medicine, and they're like, okay. They're leaving Graves alone, and probably seeing the smolder burned kitchen, and they're kind of looking again and go, take him too. Folks, this is very unprecedented for our E3 coverage. Our E3 coverage is ending with me being the only one hosting the show. Thank you, Frater SH, for training me to know how to run the show. I am actually the host. I've done it, folks. I just didn't know that Don Matrick and E3 was going to snap Frater SH. So now you're fighting tentacle porn on Gears 3. Oh my god. We all know what tentacles are capable of here. You just said silverbacks. That's kind of, isn't that kind of racist? Okay, so you got a robot, you can jump in and you go boom, 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 boom. That's some cool stuff. That's some fun stuff, man. Okay, so yeah, and then you got the tentacle monster, and we know what tentacle monsters do. Okay, so Ice-T, I don't know what Frater's talking about. He's a hardcore rapper. He actually was a part of a metal band too called Body Count too. So I'm not entirely sure what Frater SH is talking about. He said he did some car commercials, car insurance and stuff, and I'm quite frankly confused. But there's a huge monster on the screen you're shooting at. That's some cool stuff. That's some wild stuff, folks. I don't even know how you can't confuse that for anything. That's just cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna just skip this forward. I think we just talked enough about this, so I think that's it. Is it? Well, is there more to this, or? Let's see here. There is. Now, Frater kind of told me there's something going on. He wants to get. Okay, so there's Crytek. There's a new Crisis 2. It looks really freaking good. Rise. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's Kinect, Xbox 360 game. Apparently, that's something else. It looks like you got Halo, lots of Halo, and so yeah, you got that going on. So then you got, let's see, a Pierre Molyneux. Oh boy, let's see here, Pierre Molyneux. He promises a lot of stuff, and he's showing a bird going after a bee, and it's probably for Fable, a Fable game, of some kind, folks. So yeah, it's we got like Fable 3 here, and yeah, I'm not going to really get into this. No, it's Fable the Journey for the Kinect. Ew, that's a gross one. I'm not telling Frater about that. He's gonna go nuts. Yeah, folks, we got the Kinect stuff. You're on rails. Basically, you're on rails and you shoot things at people and shoot at monsters and stuff. Boy, is Molyneux really falling hard. And let's see here. Turn the closed captions on here. Growing millions of people create their own world here. There's Minecraft, that's right, Minecraft. And then and this year you'll get to experience. Yeah, they're announcing Minecraft for the Xbox. That's some cool stuff. We kind of play around with that. And let's see here. We got a. What the heck is this? It's a Disneyland game. Wow, that's something else. That's something. Let's see here. Oh my God! It's Disneyland game for Kinect when you got two kids just taking their arms, going wee back and forth, back and forth. This is Don Matrick. He says you don't need a controller anymore. Jeez, I wonder what could go wrong with that. Let's see here. Then you got a Star Wars Kinect game where you do a bunch of stuff, and oh my goodness, this is gonna be so cheesy. Yeah, you do that, and then you got the lightsaber thing with the Kinect, and I guess that could be kind of cool, but let's be honest, dude, it's gonna be on rails, and it's gonna be kind of a gimmicky kind of thing. It's just not really good. Let's just keep going here. Yeah, I guess they're gonna have it. You can have a lightsaber battle with a Sith. I know that's something. And then they got a weird guy for a Sesame Street game, and I don't care. I don't really care. Oh my God! It's a Kinect Sesame Street game, and you jump up and down, and you got the monsters, and the kid acting like a monster, and that's just so bizarre. This is going to be an embarrassment on the Xbox brand. Okay, so now we got part 4. Let's see here. You would be surprised. Let's see here. We got more of the Kinect stuff. Let's see here. We got Connect. Let's see here. Got this weird guy in sunglasses. Let's see here. I put on those captions. Yeah, Frater told me I better do that. You know, Frater's in the ward right now. He's getting some help. I guess he said he's gonna watch some internet TV or something. He's just while he's at the mental ward or something. So you just another one where you take pictures of yourself and you look stupid. Well, and you have no friends because you play Connect. Yeah, okay. So then what else is? Well, let's see here. Express yourself, your body, and voice while playing video games with Connect. Fun Labs, we're now here to unlock your creative side of Connect finger tracking. Finger tracking, like that's just strange. Like too much time in research and development. When the reality is people just want a box and controller with good graphics. That would be something, you know. Our console has good graphics in a controller in a box. That should be the motto for the Xbox is you get a box and you get a controller. And so now, okay, a lady talking to a stuffed animal. That's pretty pathetic. That's called therapy. Therapy or going to see your pastor. Connect Sports, Season 2. I didn't even know there was a Season 1. But apparently there is, and, you know, this was an attempt to rip off Nintendo Wii Wii Sports. Connect Sports, Wii Sports. And you got golf, you got ice hockey, you got sloppy joes and darts and random sports. Because we can't get sued by Nintendo, of course. So, well, we're really just talking about the place they connect over and over and over and over. And now here we're playing golf. And let's see here, just more golf. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to skip whole sections. What it is you get the people on the stage actually playing the games with the Kinect. I've always heard, and Frater kind of like sent me an email, from the Metal Word. He said that just understand that some of the stuff they're doing isn't actually. They're kind of acting what you're seeing is just a recorded demo, because some of the games didn't end up working right, so they just end up not actually really playing the game. So yeah, they're playing like a football game, and now they got music, Dance Central 2. I didn't even know there was a 1. So there's a bunch of songs, and there's a guy with a t-shirt, and he's like, I'm all cool stuff. That's cool. Internet connection's not being very good right now. Let's see here. More Dance Central. And guess what? Frater would be insane. Uh-oh. I think my internet is kind of going bonkers here, buddy. It's going Slowville. So, Don Matrix back, folks. Oh, yeah, you miss him? That's right. Xbox 3 changed the game with Kinect this year. And you people are going to pay the price for the intelligence of Bing. Xbox 360 will change your living room and forever. Voice search on. Xbox 360 will help you find the entertainment you want instantly. You say it, Xbox finds it. Live TV and Xbox 360, you'll find your favorite show. Playing now a new generation of interactive games for everyone. Will turn living rooms everywhere into sporting arenas, dance floors, the happiest place on Earth in a galaxy far, far away. This is called bullshit. And I'm sure this guy's not going to be the president for very long. Frater just sent me another email. I think he might be kind of losing it, but he said that he won't be the president very soon. He's going to resign. He's going to be embarrassed by something that in the future coming out that isn't going to. He's not going to like it. Okay, Frater's always doing that future tense stuff with me, but he's in a metal war right now, so I forgive him. He's probably gone crazy, so. It's okay. He's probably hallucinating. Okay, so the Xbox is poised to register their record this year. See, this is arrogance. It's because they're number one and they can now ignore the core base that bought the console. They've stepped over you people. They've stepped on top of you people. And now they are going to turn your console into a Sesame Street box. That's right. That plays TV and with the emphasis of video games no more. The video games will be like third tier. The first tier will be oh boy, I'm getting tired out. Well, the good news is this is almost over. They're just showing some kind of Halley's Comet thing on the screen right now, folks. I think I need to go take a nap. I've been doing this now, let's see here, over 2.5 hours. Frater did a little longer. Of course, poor guy had to play Action 52. So they're showing Halo 4 or something like that, or Halo whatever, and that's something else, course, it's kind of funny to do that and then still be like, oh yeah, by the way, like Holly 2012. Wow, that's something off in the future. Halo 4, right? And of course, you got the stupid Kinect thing that has dominated this show. Oh my god. Okay, folks, we'll see you next time. There's 3 days worth of the Frater versus Retro show, and really, in real truth, you only got about like 3 minutes of retro. Yeah, the rest of it's all new games. We totally betrayed our user base. Goodbye.